Welcome. Appreciate everybody. Thank you once again for joining us to the conclusion right now. NFL Week 14, at least, for the Sunday afternoon as well as, the early morning slate. I want to say congratulations to the entire community again on on a week of perfection. NFL Week 14 treated us very, very well. And we're going to get into exactly how we decided to strategically attack today's games. For anybody that does this constantly, it's always humbling and amazing when you can have, a perfect day. And especially when you can make that pretty consistent. But especially on tricky weeks, it's always a humbling accomplishment to kind of riddle through or find your way through the confusion and just put up, nothing but wins and W's across the board. So, salute to the entire community, everybody who was able to take advantage of, this NFL Sunday, December 12th, Week 14. And once again, we're going to get into it and summarize exactly what we decided to do with everything that was on today's slate. So, if you're in here, click that, smash that, like that. Pause everything. Appreciate it once again, and let's get straight into it, man. Because it was a pretty exciting week. There was definitely a lot of opportunity to get lost in the sauce, and we're gonna get down to what we decided to strategically do for today. So appreciate you guys. Put your seatbelts on, and man, we're gonna get right into it, man. Not waste any time. Start talking about exactly what you guys want to know, which is what happened today in this NFL Week 14. So thank you once again. And man, let's get into it. So once again, I want to say, first of all, congratulations to everybody who decided to attack this game of the Atlanta Falcons to defeat the Carolina Panthers. The Atlanta Falcons were about a plus 125, plus 130 money line underdog. It's always amazing when you can find your way through a big bunch of heavy favorites, as well as a bunch of, a bunch of heavy favorites, as well as, not kind of riding with the huge money line underdogs. Huge money line favorites. So the Atlanta Falcons were getting about 2.5 points. And as you guys can see, they ended up defeating the Carolina Panthers, and for a bunch of reasons, and we're going to get into exactly why we decided to attack this game. So the Atlanta Falcons, as you guys can see, became 5-2 away, like the number 52. That's a number that we specifically love, just because of their next opponent, and they coincide with that number of 52. As you guys can see, they play the 49ers next. 49ers have that 52 connection in reverse ordinal. So it made perfect sense for the Atlanta Falcons to pick up that win to become 5-2 away, like the number 52, coinciding with their next away opponent. Also, the Carolina Panthers became 2-5 at home, like the number 25. And, that is a number that definitely connects with the Falcons. For those of you not familiar with how synced this number is to the Falcons, as you guys remember, the most famous 25-point comeback by Tom Brady against the Atlanta Falcons, where Falcons equals 25, and that game, of course, happened on February 5th, a date that can be written like 2/5. So the number 25 is definitely very synced and symbolic when it comes to the Falcons. And that is a number that we loved for the Carolina Panthers to become 2-5 at home today. Also, the Panthers' next home game is against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay equals 25 in full reduction, which is the purest cipher. So not only did the 2-5 record line up with their current opponent, it also lined up with their next home opponent, which is, of course, something that you love to see. Once again, salute to all my Atlanta Falcons backers. You guys have got a very, amazing return on your investment, a nice underdog win. And, of course, in the teaser that we suggested, the Atlanta Falcons were about plus 12.5 points. So, as you guys can see, they won the game outright which is which is always amazing. Once again, we put out 2 teasers today. So the Atlanta Falcons plus the 12.5 points, as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 6.5 points. As you guys can see, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the Buffalo Bills, so there was no need for the additional 6.5 points. One of the key numbers that we spoke about with this specific game was the number 27, and I'll show you guys exactly why that 27 is so symbolic. So as you guys can see, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers picked up their 10th win of the season to become 10-3, like the number 103. 103 is the 27th prime number. It's the perfect number to become. It's the perfect record to have against a 2017. As you guys can see, Bills has a direct connection with the number 27. Bills equaling 27 in single reduction, as well as Buffalo equaling 27 in the purest cipher. Today also being a 27 date numerology. How you get the date numerology is you add the month plus the day, and then you throw in the year as a single digit. So you add 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 2 plus 1 is a 27 date numerology. Buffalo equaling 27. They lost the game with 27 points. And Tampa won the game to become 10-3, like 103, the 27th prime on the 27 date numerology on Sunday, which is named after the sun, which equals 27 in reverse ordinal. So all of this very, very symbolic, not by accident. The 27s were all across the board and was a key number isolated in the decode. And as you guys can see, and as you guys know from all previous videos, we love when the number that we highlight and we specifically isolate comes through and plays out in the final score. The 27s were all across the board and very, very in favor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were about a 3-point favorite, a minus 170, minus 175 on the money line, but that's exactly why we recommended throwing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the teaser to get a very, very or a much better price. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers covered the teaser, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the game outright. So whichever way you decided to attack it, you were, on the right side of things. And as you guys can see, we were all over the riddle today because the Buffalo Bills were defeated with the famous 27, which is exactly what we were talking about in reference to this game. So again, we're very, very on point with the work. It's very, very consistent, and the numbers are ringing through in the final score, all across the board, NBA, NFL, as well as all throughout the Major League Baseball season. Time in and time out, keeps happening. So the last game of the day was the San Francisco 49ers. So salute to everybody that decided to take a 3-team teaser or decided to mix it up and do multiple 2-team teasers, as well as my Sharks and my veterans who attacked every one of these games individually on the money line. San Francisco 49ers were about a 2-point favorite, minus 140, minus 150, minus 155, depending on when you decide to jump on the game. As you guys can see, they covered the spread of 2.5 points. They ended up winning by a score of 26-23. A total of 49 points in a game that starred the 49ers. How ironic. And it's something that happens time and time again with the 49ers and the 49 points. But what we really, really loved about this game was the 76. So the San Francisco 49ers with the win became 7-6 on the season, and so did the Cincinnati Bengals. With the loss, they became 7-6 on the season, like the number 76, and that is a number that we know plays with San Francisco. San Francisco equaling 76 in reverse full reduction. This also happens to be the San Francisco 49ers 76 NFL season. So of course, a perfect time to become 7-6. And not only that, but this is kind of cosmetic and vague, but you also can throw it in there. So, So December 12th also equals 76. Normally we don't like to look at the date written out, but I thought it was just interesting how when you write the date, it also equals the number 76 as well. Also, a couple things that were on the board besides that. Let's just take a look right here. Was the number 52 as well. So San Francisco, with a win, became 5-2 away. Another team that became 5-2 away today, like the number 52. And their next opponent just happens to be they play at Tennessee. So Tennessee equaling 52 in single reduction. And as we know, and we just pointed out, 49ers has the connection to 52 as well. So the next opponent in their away that they play away equals 52, and that's a number that specifically connects as well with the 49ers. So we thought there was a high probability of the 49ers locking up that 5-2 away record to play that 52 opponent next on the road. So salute to everybody who took advantage of this game. The 52 came through. The 76 came through. Once again, another perfect week in the NFL, a perfect, week 14. Whichever way you decide to attack it. Sometimes I will recommend a possible teaser play. It's more of a safer bet, as well as sometimes you have these huge lines and the money line prices just don't agree with the games that we want to attack. So sometimes it does definitely make sense to recommend a teaser. But whichever way you decide to play it today, thankfully, as long as you took our recommendations, you ended up perfect all across the board. Money line or teaser, whichever way, or the spread. Every game covered the spread. San Francisco was the 2-point favorite. They covered the spread. Tampa Bay Buccaneers was a 3.5-point spread. They won by 6 points. And the Atlanta Falcons were an underdog, and they won the game outright. So regardless of how you decide to attack the games that I recommended, you came out on top, straight perfection. Nothing but positive, a positive, reflection in the bank account as well as in your stress level. I know sometimes people, whenever it comes to putting money on the line, it becomes a very, very stressful situation. And, I perfectly understand that. But definitely there was no need to sweat today. And these are definitely the weeks you definitely want to appreciate. And if you can, duplicate and replicate as much as you can. But obviously, going 3-0 on the day or 5-0 if you want to take into account the teasers that we recommended. It's definitely not easy to do on an everyday basis. But like we always preach, responsibly betting. Definitely you want to be very business savvy and attack it with the same sort of mindset when it comes to, return on investment, the amount of money that you're risking, as opposed to your bankroll as a whole. They call it bankroll management. And once again, there was about 12 games on today's slate, anywhere from 10 to 12 games. We isolated 3 specific games and gave you multiple ways to play them. And, that's pretty much the beauty and the thing that sets us apart is to isolate the games that we love and, that really scream out to us. And, way more times than not, we're definitely on the winning side, as well as the financial, financially benefiting from these games as well. So San Francisco, Tampa Bay, as well as Atlanta definitely ranked and came through for us, and definitely got to send them a shout out, even though we know that these games are rigged, as we show you exactly how they're rigged by the numbers. We definitely want to be thankful as well as we move forward. Keep in mind there's a bunch of weeks left as we draw close to the end of the NFL season. And as we continue on throughout this NBA season as well. So once again, shout out to everybody. I appreciate the support, the love, all the well wishes and positivity, all the encouragement, as well as all the new members. And if you're not a member already, man, you definitely need to get in tune with exactly what we're doing. Pay close attention, the bones and the skeletons of exactly how we decode is given to you on a daily basis. So definitely the work could be reverse engineered. So that's the, pretty much the benefit of being part of our community. We don't just put out a pick without, a very detailed description and basically a breakdown of exactly how we got to our conclusion, as well as, giving you the tools and the know-how to do it, for yourself. So, once again, on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna come back on in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna do a reaction video to one of to somebody else's video, to one of my I say coworkers or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna come on and do a reaction video to someone else's video and see see exactly what content was put out, and just see exactly the different perspectives all across the board. So on that note, I'm going to finish this video, but I'm going to say, once again, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And I'm just, super glad that I was able to help put everybody in a better position today than they were yesterday. So take care of yourselves. And, for anybody not familiar, my name is Victor. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And I look forward to bringing you guys more content and more examples on how these games continue to be scripted by the numbers using gematria. So take care, and continue to support those people who genuinely support you. And as we love to say on this channel, gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. So salute. We out of here. Definitely. I appreciate you, Mr. Soul. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you. I moderated you up, so now you got some authority up in here. Definitely salute to you, man. I always see you and appreciate the genuine support. I love you, brother. So have a great weekend, guys. Take care of yourselves.